Alright, so this area is just going to cover the Jacksonville area along with the beachfront areas as well as some other spots in northeastern Florida. Purely a list here. Let's get started. So whether you're looking to expand your portfolio or you'll be visiting these areas and you want some cool photo spots, let's take a look. Stokes Landing Conservation Area. Now, this is in no particular order, and I'm not going to read every single one of these. You can look at the screen and do that, and you can look up the history. This is just purely a list so that you can refer back to if you're going to be in the area or expanding your portfolio and you want to see some cool opportunities. This is going to be for you. I did take a look at some of the spots online, different communities from locals who had some suggestion points. For instance, if you're looking for car backdrop photos, engagement photos, things like that. So, lots of parks, of course. Along the St. Johns River, there's beachfront options there. And along the ocean, of course. Historic spots, nature preserves. There's a lot of forests too, but I didn't really include a lot of those, especially towards Ocala. Some up in the right across the border into Georgia. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from, and if you plan on visiting these areas, maybe you've seen some of these. You have some other suggestions. Of course, I'm not going to find every single possible point, but this will give you a good idea and a good range of different options you might be looking for. Different monuments, wildlife areas, nature centers, parks. Big portion of these, and we're going to cover a lot of these spots in downtown Jacksonville as well. Marinas are great, especially too for boat watching and things like that. Zoos. I don't know. The Osceola National Forest. It's a pretty hot area right there. So this is about as far west as I've gone here on this map. I'm going to cover the Tallahassee area next and the Panhandle. And in the previous video I covered a little bit of Savannah, Charleston, Augusta. So take a look at some of those videos as well. And I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these in this series. Baker County Fairgrounds, Baldwin Rail Trail. Different hiking starting points. Cary Wildlife Management Area. Peters Point Beachfront Park. So maybe you're out with, taking the family out, fishing trip right here, or you want to get some good photos and capture those moments, right, and those memories. But there's different websites out there. There's different resources where you can find photo spots or things to do. But this is just a complete list. It's very detailed here, so I'm going to give you a lot of different options to look at. Heritage Beach, Hanna Park Campground, Dolphin Tours. I wanted to make sure I covered some of the Florida and the southern areas simply because it's up here in Michigan. You have a lot of snowbirds that travel south, and a lot of people who are just moving south in general to escape the cold weather and whatever. But I would not want to live in Florida, to be honest with you. If I were to live in Florida, it'd probably be somewhere in the northern Florida area. I don't know, the humidity would just get to me too much, and it's bad in Michigan. I can't imagine what it's like living here in the summertime. Cataway Island Preserve, Dutton Island Preserve. A lot of these are going to be very close by together. Jacksonville University. I love college campuses. Cool spots, of course. Boat ramps. Good place for picnics, right? Just watching the boats come and go. Dog park. So if you guys want to, take the dogs there, get some good photos. Maybe you're going to meet a hot date or something. Who knows? What your agenda is. Trout River Pier. This gives you enough time here to look at, kind of the photo and see exactly like what city it's in. For a lot of these you can kind of see as it's listed here. So I don't know, there's just a whole bunch of areas surrounding the Jacksonville and the beach spot as well. Now also there's tons of bridges, of course, lots of canals, rivers that kind of run through here. This is kind of a random spot, but it is that time of year. Christmas road lights. What's this? Little Jetties Park. Four Creeks Wildlife. That's in, what is that, Callahan? Treaty oak. This is that's a huge looking oak tree. 25-foot trunk. It's, I think I saw it's over 200 years old. What is this? Some kind of artwork? That's kind of neat. City Park there. City parks are good. Downtown areas, parking structures, skyscrapers. Sometimes hotels have really cool lobbies. I like to throw in airports as well because if you like plane spotting. Lots of museums, historical landmarks. That's Tiger Point Preserve. Pumpkin Hill State Park. Any of you ever lived down there? I'm just curious. I'd like to know where everybody's from. I might do a meet and greet video now that I've done over 500 videos. Maybe just do an introduction and kind of take a poll where everyone's from. I can track some of that on my statistics. Kind of at least see where the viewers are from and, you know, different demographics, age groups, genders. But, you know, I want to hear from you guys. Where are you from and what do you find most helpful about these videos? Exchange Club Park. Again, some of you might think, hey, there's nothing super spectacular about some of these parks, but maybe you've already visited a whole bunch of other areas and you haven't seen these, or you know, you're bored one day and you want to get out and explore. Jacksonville Fairgrounds ViStar Ballpark, some kind of minor league ballpark. Old St. Andrews event venue. I like to throw in, you know, event venues, things like that. Churches, they have such really historical looking spots. Some of them do. Really ancient. A lot of old arches, you know, stained glass. So some really uniqueness to them. You got to be creative and, you know, try to find some of those details. At least to help you stand out, right? Something different. That's what the kind of photography you're looking for. Anyone ever go to a Jags game? They're not that great, but I still like watching them if they're on. More museums, Friendship Fountain, that's neat. Bridges, of course, there's tons of those down there. Center for Performing Arts, Naval Museum, Museum of Science and History, Kirby Smith Confederate Park. Jacksonville Zoo. I think this is the second or third zoo. There's a couple of those wildlife refuge areas. And the last one on the list is the Arboretum and Botanical Gardens. So some obvious, you know, photography spots there. Hope you found this helpful and useful. Stay tuned for further videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.